Hey, Malik, where does the offense need to get better this week to make sure you're ready for when the Big Ten schedule starts?
I think really just capitalizing on every possession. You know, in this game, sometimes it gets hard. Those possessions become few and far in between just with the way the game is played later in the season, you know, with a lot of teams being kind of run heavy. So time of possession, you know, goes up for each team. So just, you know, taking advantage of every possession that we get and capitalizing in the red zone.
Malik, 2 games under your belt. What got slower for you out there? What was easier to process from week 2 to week 1 as you're building things up?
Just the adjustments that we're making, you know, coaches making it easy on us as far as, you know, halftime adjustments and things like that, being able to adjust to, you know, how the team is playing. We might have saw a certain thing on film, but now we get out here, it's something completely different because everybody's always changing their game plan and stuff like that. So just being able to adjust at halftime and make the correct changes.
Towson's allowed under 15 points per game. Stout D, what have you seen on film? What kind of things did they do to try to handcuff teams like yourselves?
Oh yeah, they're going to stick to their rules. You know, they do what they do, and they're very sound in what they do. So I think for them, really, it'd be about just sticking to their rules and, you know, playing the game that they play.
So far, Malik, there's been limited running plays for you or whatever, or do we expect to see a few more? And what happened on that one play when you went around the corner, and did you slip or what? You know, it was an unusual kind of play when you dropped the ball.
Yeah, it was just bad ball security on my part. You know, that's completely on me. The guys up front did fine. The play broke down, and there was a better decision to be made, which would have been just to throw the ball away. I was, you know, trying to extend the play a little bit more, and it was bad ball security on my part, which is something, you know, would get corrected.
And will we see more running plays for you in the future? Or is...
Whatever coach draws up, I'm good with.
All right.
Like I was wondering, you know, in the past you might have had a time to sit on the bench and learn from the sideline, but you played immediately. For you and some of your other fellow classmates, do you get a sense that there's more pressure for you guys to play immediately and therefore contribute immediately?
I wouldn't say it's pressure. I think that's just kind of the evolution of sports. As sports have been going on, like, people have been getting better at younger ages and, you know, being ready and being more mature just because that's the way the game evolved. So I think for us, really, it was about, you know, even in high school, we were getting ready and getting prepared to play on this next level early. Like, that was all of our dreams.
Do you chalk that up to either, is it high school or is it more camps that you guys are more involved in?
I think it's really just whoever you have around you in your circle that's preparing you for that next level, realizing that, you know, you're not preparing while you're in high school just to beat high school opponents. You're preparing to go to college and play. And then while you're in college, you're not just preparing to beat college opponents, you're preparing to go to that next level.
Hey, Malik, so through 2 games, you have 78 passing attempts. That's 12th in the nation right now. What does that show about the coaching staff's trust in you to operate this offense and make the right decisions throwing the ball so much?
Yeah, it just shows, like you said, Coach trusts me, and I appreciate that trust so much. It gives me confidence, you know, to go out there and play freely because I know that Coach will give me the opportunity to show what I can do.
Hey, Malik, just 2 games under your belt at CQ. Just what has the level of fan support meant to you? I know Loxley said Friday night game with some of the largest student turnout he's ever seen here. Just what has it meant to you early?
It's meant a whole lot. You know, that energy that the fans bring and then the alumni and the faculty that they all bring, just it gives us a boost on the field knowing that we have so many people behind us.
Have you had any fun interactions with fans thus far?
Yeah, just, you know, being out on campus and stuff like that, people stop, you know, ask for a picture, things like that, or, you know, walking a pliable, people will say something to me, but it's been pretty cool so far.
Malik, over here. Just through those 2 games, you were talking about, like, making adjustments after that fumble too. We've heard so much about your maturity. What does maturity on the football field and getting acclimated quickly look like to you?
Really just with the ebbs and flows of the game, be able to stay consistent and stay level. Like keeping a level head on your shoulders, I think as a quarterback, that's a really important trait that you have to have just because at all times, most of the team, offense, defense, special teams is looking to you in those moments of, you know, like peril or anything like that. Like they're looking to you to see what you do and how you react. And if you keep it level and keep it calm, they'll react the same way.
Hey Malik, describe to me the connection that you and Dorian have right now and what's been working for you guys. You know, through 2 games, he has the most catches on the team, second most targets. So what's been working between you two?
Oh, yeah, he's just a matchup problem. You know, a lot of tight ends are where, you know, you put a smaller guy on them, they're not big enough. You put a bigger guy on them, they're not fast enough. And he's been able to showcase his playmaking ability with the ball in his hand and then also his ability to block without the ball in his hand that allows coach to trust him even more. And we can have plays, you know, designed for him and things like that just to show what he can do with the ball.
Malik, would you say that the first 2 games have kind of gone the way that you've expected, you know, a college game to go, or have some things maybe caught you off guard?
I think for me, I didn't have like a set expectation of how it was going to be just because I know when you kind of set a precedent for yourself, then when things don't go that way, like it can kind of mess you up mentally. So for me, really, it was just about going out there and experiencing it and, you know, letting the game come to me.
And I'm curious to get your thoughts on the offense, maybe what you've liked out of that unit from the first 2 games.
Yeah, we played really hard up front. You know, they're battling every single play. The guys that, you know, when we get the ball in their hand, they're making plays. That's all we can ask for, really. We just keep communicating and keep executing, we'll be fine. Straight, yes, sir. Thank y'all.